Democrats use Chicago protests and police shootings to stir up black voters for 2016. Democrats use Chicago protests and police killings or police shootings to stir up black voters for 2016. Thank you for tuning into the Black Political Buzz, and my name is Laurel. On today's vlog, I want to discuss how the Democratic National Party is intentionally using large protests, like the protest that recently occurred in Chicago, for justice for Laquan McDonald, a 17-year-old black male teen who was a foster care child who was shot 16 times by a Chicago police officer, and also the protests in Minnesota, Minneapolis, in which 5 Black Lives Matter protesters were shot. And then also these police shootings. Democrats are using these events. Democrat leaders and the Democratic National Party are using these events to stir up black voters and send black voters to the polls to vote for Democrats in 2016, during the 2016 general election next November. Now, before you say that I'm a hater, before you call me a hater and call me a sellout, or ask me, is the GOP paying me anything, or ask me, is the RNC paying me to sponsor this video? Number one, the GOP is not paying me one penny to upload this video. Neither is the RNC, and neither is the Democratic Party. I am not being sponsored to upload my video topics. I repeat, I am not being sponsored to upload my video topics or discuss the issues on my videos. So before you call me a sellout, know what you are speaking about. Now, let's analyze the Democratic Party and their inaction and their apathy. Let's analyze the Democratic Party's apathy and inaction for the past 7 years since President Obama's been in office. There was the passing of the stimulus bill. The stimulus bill included language to award less than 1% of black business owners assistance during the recession. The stimulus bill was the first legislation that President Obama pushed. It was passed in 2009. He was elected in 2008. And in that bill, there was included language which Congress signed off on and President Obama signed into law. Language for less than 1% of that $780 billion. That stimulus bill was worth $780 billion of U.S. taxpayer money, but it included language which award less than 1% of black-owned businesses any assistance during the recession. Most of the money went to Wall Street, or as thank yous to governors and states that endorsed President Obama's first run for office for president. A lot of that money went to governors, and he didn't give any accountability. President Obama did not give any accountability to those governors. He gave them that money as a thank you gift. And then Wall Street got some of the money as well. And other big businesses or, winners that President Obama and Congress picked out. President Obama and Congress chose the winners. They chose the winners to receive that money. And there were very few black-owned businesses that were chosen as winners. Then President Obama pushed for the passing of the DoddFrank Bill. The DoddFrank Bill was a bill that was supposed to, put restrictions on big banks. It didn't. Included in that legislation was language to put black people in jail who the government thought was laundering money. So anybody black who the government thought was laundering money could go to jail. Or the government could seize their assets. Civil forfeiture. Then you had the Obamacare Bill, which included language in that bill not to really help save black lives. Now, if you know, it's if you want to give some black men some fake prostate cancer to get them out the way, it's language in the bill for that. You want to help get rid of some poor senior citizens in nursing homes, oh, it's language in the bill for that. But it's not really any language in the bill, in the Obamacare bill, to help poor black people or to help black people in general. Because most of that subsidy, most of those Obamacare subsidies goes to white middle class or white upper middle class citizens. How do I know? Because I worked as a licensed insurance agent. I worked as a licensed healthcare insurance agent in North Carolina, and I know where a lot of that subsidy money went to. It went to black white households. Most of that Obamacare subsidy money to subsidize an insurance plan was awarded to white households, upper class or upper middle class white households, like white families in Connecticut, upper zip code areas of Connecticut, California, places like that. Oh yeah, So and then President Obama last year signed a blue light law, and a legislation called the blue light law. He signed that into effect, giving officers more protection, giving police more protection to shoot young 17-year-old black guys or black kids like Laquan McDonald, or 25-year-old young men like Freddie Gray in Baltimore. And also black men like Walter Scott in South Carolina, or black boys like Tamir Rice in Cleveland, Ohio, or black men like Jamar Clark. So now, the Obama administration and Democrats, including black Democrats in Congress, have done nothing to help uplift black Democrats. President Obama and black Democrats and Democrat National Party leaders have done nothing for 7 years to help uplift the black community. Now, President Obama and Democrat leaders, including black Democrat leaders, they've done a lot in 7 years for the gay community here in America. They've done a lot to help Latinos. They've done a lot to help the Muslims. They've done a lot to help white women and white men in Wall Street, but nothing. And a goose egg, zero for black voters. The same 90%, the same 97%, the same 97% of black voters who put Barack Obama Jr. in office in 2008. They got a zero egg for their loyalty. But the gay people got everything. They got everything they wanted. White women, everything they wanted. White men in Wall Street, everything they wanted. Muslims, everything they wanted. Latinos, almost everything they wanted. I repeat, Latinos, almost everything they wanted. Native American Indians, they got the Redskins who dropped their name and not call their team Redskins. But what did the black voters get? Nothing. So Democrats need a gimmick. President Obama and Democrat key leaders need a gimmick to lure these disgruntled, mostly unemployed black voters to the polls. You have all these black voters out here who are unemployed, have no jobs, even a lot of black voters who are college educated. They're either unemployed or underemployed. I repeat, most black voters under the Obama administration, Obama economics, are either unemployed or underemployed, and that includes black college graduates. So what are you going to do to get them ready for the 2016 election? Because you need the black vote. The Democrats need the black vote. The GOP needs the black vote too. The GOP thinks they can bypass the black vote for Latino voters, but the GOP needs black voters too. But anyway, the Democrats, they really need black voters. So what are they doing? The Democrats are hiring a lot of these unemployed black voters or underemployed black voters to work as protesters. Yeah, work as protesters, like the Chicago protests that occurred on Black Friday yesterday. A lot of those protesters were not just regular people. If you think they were just regular people, you're crazy. No, a lot of them were paid protesters. Same thing is the Black Lives Matter. A lot of those are paid protesters. They're getting paid. So you use these police shootings of unarmed black citizens to stir up black angst and black anger and black fear. So black voters can go to the polls in 2016 of November and vote for Hillary Clinton. So rather than give black voters opportunities, rather than give black voters equal opportunities in business, education, healthcare, housing, business, Democrats just say, you know what, we'll give black voters some food stamps and we'll hire them as protesters to go on TV and stir up the rest of the black voters in the country so they'll go back, so they'll become afraid of the Republican Party and go to the polls in 2016 and vote for us again. That's a shame. That's a shame that the Democrats, that's their only thing they've given us. That's the only thing Democrats have given us. Hillary Clinton, honey, if I were you, I would go out there and do something, because that's hiring black voters to be protesters, giving black people food stamps, while refusing to pass any legislation to uplift the black community, the black voters in this country. It's not going to get you in the White House, Hillary Clinton. You need to go out there and give some good speeches like President Obama, because he loves to give good speeches. President Obama loves to give good speeches to black people, but he doesn't do anything to help black people. He doesn't require Congress to help black people like he required Congress or urged Congress to help the gay community and Wall Street and white women and white men. And no, I'm not racist against white people. No, I don't hate white people and I don't hate gay people. But President Obama put his energy into those communities, the gay community and the white community and Wall Street. He didn't help us and Muslims. He didn't help black voters. Democrats will use Chicago protests and police shootings to stir up black voters for 2016. Thank you for tuning into the Black Political Buzz Network. My name is Laurel, and goodbye.